Washington State University, Oregon State University matchup this weekend at the at Oregon State University. Dylan is not on a PlayStation this week, so it's just my audio. But if you're on the live stream, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to comment below if you have any questions or topics that you'd like us to cover.
Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, in the house Ocho Cinco and Hushmanzada built Reser Stadium, home to the Oregon State Beavers. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals.
This weekend it's going to be the 8-2 Cougars against the 4-6 Beavers. Oregon State started 4-1 this year before dropping the last 5 games in a row. They face us this week, and then they face Boise next week. So likely going to lose the last 7 games of their season. Last week they lost 28-0 at the 3-7 Air Force. So this should be a game that we should handle, but we saw what happened against New Mexico last week. The Pac-2 championship.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the...
So the Beavers have gone through 3 quarterbacks so far this year. Idaho transfer Giovanni McCoy, Ben Gulbranson, and Missouri transfer Jabari Johnson. They have 4 total touchdowns, passing touchdowns, and 9 interceptions on the year. They have 4 passing touchdowns on the year.
Back to pass, it's McCoy. Coming after it. And that defense gets...
And we got the sack there, but Oregon State only has 6 sacks on the year, apparently.
The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive.
Is Darren McHawken at this game?
And they're sending a message.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole.
Hope you're doing well also.
From the 9. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout.
It's going to be a rain game this weekend, I think. I'll be at the game, so if you're going to be there, make sure to look out for me. I'll get you on a video asking you about the Pac-12, Pac-2, NIL, all that stuff. So Oregon State's main weapon on offense is Anthony Hankerson, who's their lead running back. 889 yards on the year. He's averaging 4.5 per carry. Like I already described, their passing offense is pretty much non-existent. We'll see which quarterback is out there. McCoy's in the game right now.
Fast motion from the offense. Hands it off.
Hopefully Dylan doesn't upset me.
Solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
In a wild stat, Washington State is averaging 461.6 yards per game.
The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning.
So Oregon State has 4 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions on the year. John Mateer, each of the past 2 weeks, has 4 passing touchdowns. And Mateer is now the leading scorer in the country. Total points responsible for with 232. He passed Cam Ward this last week, who has 222.
Oh. Lets it go. He just missed the target on that one. Gotta put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just
game time forecast is 49 degrees. Kickoff's at 4 o'clock.
Facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defender looked like he ran that route for the QB. He was anticipating where the football was going to. Great job plucking it. Just couldn't get a foot back inbounds. Otherwise, that's a pick.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Bringing it back, it's Freeman. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds.
Question was, Mateer is consistently our leading rusher. Should we be including more direct snaps and trick plays, incorporating our running backs to give the same advantage? I think in general they need to run the ball more. I mean, you got Wayshawn Parker, Juvinski, Schlenbaker. They have the weapons there. Oh, man. And that's Oregon State's 5th sack on the year. Yeah, they need to be establishing the run game more. Like you look at last week, the second half, WSU apparently, they rushed 10 times the second half. They were averaging 7.2 yards per carry the second half. Why do you not try to run the clock out, run the ball more? But if Johnny Football does that, then we should. But yeah, some quarterback draws. Direct snaps to running backs would be cool. But yeah, hand the ball off to Wayshawn.
Just like that, chewing up yards, so much speed, so hard to stop.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
We'll play it safe.
Short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
Get out. Dang it.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Oregon State has it back in here.
You gotta talk louder.
That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job.
Let's go.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Clemens. Several defenders get an assist.
Dylan, what were you saying?
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about
So via CougFan.com, if you're not already subscribed to CougFan.com, go check them out. They got all the latest news on WSU, and that's where I go to check out the stats for our pregame or our previews. But as they state, it's going to be WSU's front 7 versus Oregon State's offensive line. For the Beavers to win, they will likely have to gash the Cougars in the run game. All evidence says that they just don't have the quarterbacks to win through the air. And the Cougars' defense has given up quite a bit of rushing yards. As we saw last week, they gave up 360 rushing yards against Dampier, Eli Sanders. Dampier was like at 193 rushing yards. Eli Sanders was over 100 rushing yards. But it was completely on coaching last week on why they lost. The clock management, but then also just the game plan and the play calling.
Just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Get it out on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job.
I don't know if WSU's ran any screen plays, to be honest. Drop a screen every now and then.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Skips away from pressure. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
Excited to see the new Research Stadium. I guess they've been doing renovations on it for a while. Last time I went to a Beaver game was back in like 2019.
On the ground, it's Parker. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
What you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
He's right on target. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wazoo!
On the board. Kyle Williams is also looking to make WSU history. He's had 3 receiving touchdowns the past 2 games. He's currently at 11. He needs 15 to tie Gabe Marks' WSU school record with 15 receiving touchdowns on the year. Kyle Williams is currently 2nd in the country right now in receiving touchdowns, only behind San Jose State's Nick Nash, who has 14.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get.
Can anyone catch
We can't allow that to happen.
And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs. And that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. To the air.
Let's go, Cougs Garrett.
Feeling some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This was debated in the Pac-12 subreddit, but what do you think Wazoo's record would be this season in a normal Pac-12? So if it was the former Pac-12, I mean, based on how the rest of the former Pac-12 has done, you've got Oregon, that is obviously ranked number 1. You got Colorado, that is ranked right now. I think that's it of the teams that are ranked. So realistically, and against those teams, I'd say WSU right now At this point, we're 8-2.
Great job by this defense.
I think it'd be realistic for them to be 8-2 at this point on the year as well, if it was the former Pac-12. Like, why not? Their offense is one of the top in the country. John Mateer has been one of the best players in the country. They have solid. Their defense is spotty, but they're putting up enough points to win games. That's the important part. But against the current former Pac-12, USC hasn't been doing well. UW obviously hasn't been doing well. UCLA, Arizona State has been good too. So right now, WSU would probably be like 3rd or 4th in the former Pac-12.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down.
What do you think, PC? Where do you think they'd be ranked? Or what was the discussion in the subreddit? What was everyone saying?
But as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
But of course, no one would give the Cougs credit because their strength of schedule is so weak right now. But I mean, they beat Texas Tech, beat UW in the Apple Cup. That's just awful.
Nice job by the defense. Great the tackle for a loss on first down.
Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
Oh, man.
And the ball is picked off, bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And when it's 3rd and so
They said the same, either 8-2 or 7-3. Yeah, I think that's realistic.
I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football.
Tim Watts says last year's 5-7 team would beat this year's team by 30.
Fullback's got it.
I would have to disagree. I mean, Cam Ward was there last year, but John Mateer's been showing out.
The Beavers have pushed it inside the 20. To throw, it's McCoy. Makes the grab on the left. And they reacted well to the completion.
Dylan says that he does agree that last year's team would beat this year's team. But Dylan, would they win by 30? He said that they would win by 30. I mean, the defense this year is obviously subpar.
Nice job by the quarterback.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this.
They would not win by 30, but it would be a close game, is what Dylan says. WCU's got to get a stop here. And he's moved quarterbacks to Johnson.
Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Really curious to see what happens with the transfer portal when it opens up in December. Also, John Mateer was on the Canzano podcast yesterday on YouTube, so go check that out.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember,
they asked him some questions about NIL and everything, and Mateer says that he's not paying attention to it. Supposedly there was a $1 million offer for him already, but from what he says, he's not paying attention and no one's reached out directly to him or his family.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And this one splits the uprights. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Oh, man.
And the returner will be knocked down. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He's got his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Do you think Mateer will stay here or enter the transfer portal? I think he'll stay for one more year. I mean, like people have said, WSU was the first team to give Mateer an opportunity, and Ashton Genty supposedly, you know, he declined $1 million+ offer to transfer somewhere else because he wanted to build a legacy at Boise. So if John Mateer, you know, he has the loyalty to Washington State, if he wants to build a legacy here, he can build that. We'll see. But for everyone, it's like NFL is not guaranteed, and especially with a dual threat quarterback like him. You know, we'll see where he ranks, especially, you know, the SEC quarterbacks are going to be more highly touted than John Mateer might at a college. What I'm getting at is that he might try to make more money in college because he's not sure if he can make the money in the NFL.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
So I don't think this year. I hope Wayshawn stays. Wayshawn Parker, true freshman running back. He's been legit. Hopefully he doesn't get bought out.
He's looking to throw. Quarterback adapting. He'll pull it down. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. On the run, fires downfield.
Oh,
they really could have used that catch there.
Gotta play it safe.
Pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds.
what do you guys think? Do you think he's going to enter the transfer portal?
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start.
Jack it up, climber. PC says, sounds like colleges need to see the NIL as a business and start requiring contracts and buyouts. Yeah, that would make sense. It's like, you know, with soccer, the Premier League, you could buy a player's contract, but then you have to pay the team a certain amount also. Or if you trade for them, then you get their contract, and then you have to, there's that, yeah, the buyout.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down.
Oh, my
He's
word.
going to take off.
Last play of the half.
And he's open.
Oh.
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Call it scholarship repayment.
One final play of the
I like
half.
that. Also, Kirk Schultz for WSU, I guess he was on a media availability for an hour, and they talked, apparently Oregon State received $10 million from the state of Oregon, which was added to their overall budget and everything. And so one of the questions was asking Kirk Schultz why Washington State hasn't gotten that from the state, and I don't know the full answer, and I haven't watched the episode, but that's just interesting to hear that Oregon State has funded the university a little bit with some of the stuff that's going on, and it was specifically because of the Pac-12 falling apart.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the
call
first
holding.
half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You
Oh,
want to see
illegal
good
contact.
decision making. You want to see him playing on time, and as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Looking for space. It's Parker. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Freeman. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
This is exactly why third down is practiced every single day. Third and short, third and medium, third and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on third down.
Washington State going quickly. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. At the 35, he's loose.
Hand the ball off to Wayshawn.
Nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 30.
Also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently John Mateer was hurt all last week leading up to the game. Apparently, they thought that he had broken his foot in that Utah State game on a long run where he fumbled the ball. So they got imaging done, and he didn't break it. He took the entire week off. Zebi Zavala, or Zebi was ready to go. But then he tore it up against New Mexico still.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down.
Oh.
And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And for the second time tonight,
This is not going to be an easy kick.
And they'll kick it from the left side.
Wow.
44-yard try.
Come on, Dean.
No good. And the margin remains.
Dylan's laughing over there right now. Just know it.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, in every possession. They get it.
Yeah, thoughts on Jake Dicker during his presser this week said that Oregon State is not our buddy and that they would have jumped the ship if they could. I mean, I don't doubt that that was the case. And, you know, if Washington State got a solid offer from a Big 12 or Big 10, I'm sure they would have jumped too. So I don't blame. I mean, I understand the comments, but it's really coach speak. At the same time, it's like you got this brotherhood with Oregon State now, right? Because we're in the same situation together. We both are sticking it out, and it would have been much easier to just let everything fall apart, liquidate assets, spread it among all of the universities, but instead they decided to fight and try to rebuild this. So I think you can call it a rivalry because it's the two teams that are left, but in the same light, we're on the same team. Still got to take care of business this week. Oregon State is looking to try to get to bowl eligibility. They need to win this week and next week against Boise in order to do so, which is not going to happen. But
try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
What do you guys think about Dickert's comments?
tell is starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there.
I'm going to try to interview some fans of both sides this weekend, get their thoughts on everything.
To the air, it's Mateer. Getting some heat. Had to get rid of it quickly. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Finds his man. It's Parker. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Wazoo headed to the line with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it.
Let's go.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cougar. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
Yeah, and like Dylan would say, like he said on the podcast, you know, the presidents of the universities are more buddy-buddy than the football teams. So it's like it's time to get after it on the field, but behind the scenes, you know, obviously Washington State, Oregon State are teaming up to work together to rebuild the Pac-12, but that's different from playing in the game. And that's likely what the players also think. It's just another game.
To dig out of the hole on 2nd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
Oh my word!
A huge pickup. Nothing but green grass down the middle, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Oregon State.
I like you're backed up towards the end zone and you go aggressive, spin the football, try to make the big play. And do they ever? 90-plus yards to the house. Who needs space?
Let's see when Dylan starts onside kicking. I guess not yet. He loves the onside kick.
On the move from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward
to
have
that's
a lot
nice.
of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Pulls and throws.
Oh, he's gone.
Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Washington State.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14.
Oh, come on, I had a guy right there.
The game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions to.
Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. A first down for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter.
Make sure to check out blacklabelsupplements.com. They actually got really good stuff if you're in a pre-workout, post-workout, creatine, working out.
Back to pass, it's McCoy. It's complete to the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Well, Jesse, if they thought they were going to fool him by throwing it to the fullback, they did not. Big fella couldn't get started.
Yeah, sometimes these fullbacks, Reese, that they're not the most fleet of foot, and it can be easy for the defense to rally to them. And
oh, that's a pick six.
Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. He's got it down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field.
He tried to.
And the return man
Fair
reaches
catch
the
it.
end of the line, and down he goes. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Grab behind the line. It's Hankerson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. The expressway is wide open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to the big tight end. And he's picked off again.
This is accurate to Oregon State's passing game.
And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He'll take a shot.
Oh, let's go.
Washington State. And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field.
Hopefully this is how the game goes.
For a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Throws
wide open.
Lost the defense, he's wide open.
Oh.
Got a lot of running room. And the tackle.
All right, let's get another pick six. Or 8 pick 6.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. He makes a grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out. keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Beavers! Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. Man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll get in there as they draw 2 points closer.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
Oh, wow. That was a great kick.
The onside kick is unsuccessful, and they'll take over after the penalty. Offense set on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Good timing on the quick out. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
Get around.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
How about this defense not getting fooled? 2nd and inches, a lot of times it can be a run. The offense stays aggressive, so does the defense. Now gets them in a 3rd and longer situation. This defense did a great job on that play.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. To the air, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Wazoo! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football down.
He's taking the shot.
Oh.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he makes the catch at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
I got to get another score.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's McCoy.
Oh, that was first down.
Working that left side now.
Illegal
He's brought
contact.
down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The Beavers line it up with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oregon State.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
No way.
End zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
That's tough to defend, right? You go 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that. They were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner. What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Let's go.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Washington State lines up quickly. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Moves away as he feels pressure. Going back to the well.
Oh, come on.
Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able
We'll
to
take
put it where he wants to.
45-26.
And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick.
Maybe a pick 6. There's still time for pick 6.
Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. He wants a big
Still time for pick 6.
And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. A really
Can I take the field goal?
after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
The #1 objective for a defense
Gotta
is
go
to
for the
make
touchdown.
the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to
Gotta
throw
take the
to.
field
He'll
goal.
just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Didn't make him sweat at all.
That's game.
Good. And now the lead is even bigger. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer.
Thanks to everyone that tuned in to watch, comment.
Good in every phase of the
Go
game.
Cougs. Be sure to watch on Saturday. And if you're going to be in Corvallis, hit me up or be on the lookout for me outside the stadium, inside the stadium. We'll get you on a short, get you on the YouTube video. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. It'll be Wyoming next week.
Look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great
48-26 the final.
Just
Go
domination from
Cougs.
start to finish.
That's going to do it.